My name is Sebastian Faulks. I'm a novelist and I'll be speaking today at the Royal Society's One Culture event with Uta Frith. And the title of our conversation was Being Other People. And what we talked about was character and personality. And we talked about it largely in terms of literature, novels, how people go about creating character in books, how these characters interact with one another, and the extent to which science has contributed to our understanding of what people are, how predictable and coherent personalities are, and the extent to which, on the other hand, literature, particularly Homer, Shakespeare, Chaucer and other people, have contributed to the work that's been done in psychology particularly, but also neuroscience, as to the foundations of human behaviour, personality and so on. And I suppose my contention is that this is an area in which there is a very, very significant meeting of the two. And we talked a bit about Proust and how his contention that human experience is not really fully valid until it's been revisited by imagination and memory may one day be scientifically shown to be accurate. We talked about the origins of consciousness and whether we will ever discover the actual neural basis of human consciousness, and we talked about how you create and empathise with. Empathy, I don't think it was a word we actually used in our conversation, but I suppose it's something which, the concept of the other, of other people, which is really rather central to the way that humans navigate their way around the world. I told a few stories about reading books and what they did for me, and how really most of what I understand about other people derives from reading novels. And Uta told how she liked reading novels because she felt that she was able seamlessly to slip inside the life, the skin of another person. And I assured her this was only possible if the novelist was of very high quality, which she was happy to accept. And quite a lot of the questions, and there were a lot of questions, wanted to know about whether characters, once you created them, had a kind of free will of their own, and to what extent you continue to control, or whether you interacted with them. There were questions about the reliability of the narrator in any given story, to which I said that all narrators are unreliable. Not sure it's a very helpful category in itself. And a lot of people were interested in just the sort of creation of another being, of another personality, and wanted to know how that could be detached from the author or creator. And we tried to make the two sides of the two cultures, as it were, disappear into one culture, and we were both extremely polite about the other person's discipline, and everyone ended up being the very, very best of friends.